Oh, and today we have everything about Big Chill. Big Chill is the Omnitrix's DNA sample of a necrophrygian from the planet Kylmais. Big Chill is a humanoid, moth-like alien whose 4 wings and antenna can fold up into a hooded robe, much akin to a poncho, giving him the appearance of a phantom. Big Chill has a black body with cyan patches on his arms, shoulders, legs, the back of his wings, and the back of his neck that resemble ice chunks. Each patch has thick blue outlining except for the ones on his wings, which are outlined in black. There is also a black line that runs on the edge of the outer margin on the back of each wing. On his torso are 3 plates. One resembling the chest, a shorter plate under the chest, and one resembling the stomach. On his face are blue cheeks and underjaw, a mouth that always shows bluish-white teeth, and large green eyes with dark green spots. The top of his head also sports a blue Y-shaped marking that extends over his scalp. He has 3 pointed fingers and a thumb on each hand, and 2 toes on each foot and a 3rd toe-like extension on his ankles. Big Chill wore the Omnitrix, Ultimatrix symbol on his chest in Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. In Heroes United, he had a paler color scheme. The patches on his body were not symmetrical. He also had 5 fingers instead of 4 and they were less pointed. In Omniverse, Big Chill has a much more muscular build and is more hunched over, also now having sharp eyebrows surrounding his eyes. He has a green belt on his waist with a white stripe where the Omnitrix symbol is located. He has bigger wings, claws, and a black beard design under his chin. His wings are less like a moth and more like a bat. His chest piece now extend over his entire chest and sports 3 gill-like marks on each side. There is also a line running down his abdomen. He has a wider mouth and has a blue stripe on his chin. He also now has a 3rd antenna that folds onto his back in wing mode. When his wings are folded, the antennae form a larger hood and the robe goes down to his ankles instead on his knees. 15-year-old Big Chill in Omniverse looks exactly the same, but he lacks the belt and the Omnitrix symbol is on his chest. Big Chill is capable of breathing a gas, wind or beam that reduces the temperature surrounding it, turns to ice, constructs midair or upon touching a target, or encasing a target completely in ice. His breath can also be as strong as wind, enough to push the moving rust bucket off a cliff, as seen in Kevin's Big score. As seen in Single-Handed, he can also generate ice-generating beams from his hands which he can manipulate. In Above and Beyond, he was able to cause ice constructs he can manipulate to form on the ground by touching it. In Birds of a Feather, he froze a large gate by touching it, allowing Simeon to easily kick it down. Ben 10 Alien Force, Vilgax attacks. Big Chill was capable of generating spiked balls of ice around his fists, as well as hurling ice spikes. He could also cause these spikes to sprout from the ground that surrounds him. In Cosmic Destruction, he can attack with an icy uppercut, as well as manipulate the cold around him to make a frosty tornado. Big Chill can become intangible, to the point where he can cause objects to freeze by phasing through them, though he can choose not to. Big Chill could become invisible in Kevin's Big score, but this was later confirmed by the writers to be an error. Big Chill has enhanced strength. In Save the Last Dance, when Big Chill was on a metal-eating spree, he effortlessly ripped apart a large metal statue and snapped iron girders in half. This strength also extends to his jaws, as Big Chill was capable of chewing up metal statues, poles, buildings, signs, iron girders, serving trays, and drinking molten steel. Big Chill is immune to extreme temperatures, both hot and cold. Big Chill can survive underwater, as well as in the vacuum of space. Like Jetray, Big Chill can use his feet to hold things while flying. Big Chill's intangibility is useless against opponents who can also turn intangible, as their intangibility cancels out. The only inanimate objects that have been able to touch intangible Big Chill are the Rust Bucket's netting, Vilgax's glove, the Plumber Headquarters prison cell's door and the Tech-Addon robot's defense systems. Big Chill's intangibility is consciously used, not reflexively, which means he can't use his intangibility if he is caught off guard. Big Chill's ice breath is useless against Hypnotic and other Cycloopterans. Big Chill has shown a weakness against electricity as it can hit him while he is intangible. Instances include when he was hit by Brainstorm's electrical attack, when Ben used it against Albedo in Good Copy, Bad Copy. As well as Vilgax shocking and intangible Big Chill with the Shield of Zygel in Vengeance of Vilgax, Part 2. Big Chill first appeared in Kevin's Big score. Big Chill chased Kevin in the Rust Bucket. Later, Big Chill destroyed Vulcana's armor. In Max Out, Big Chill battled some DN aliens. In Plumber's Helpers, Big Chill saved a man from fire. In Alone Together, Big Chill tried to help Rhinrassic 3 cool down and defeated a Dravik. In Good Copy, Bad Copy, Big Chill chased Gwen and Kevin. In Save the Last Dance, Big Chill was taken over by his reproduction instincts and had 14 necrophrygian babies. In Voided, Big Chill defeated Devoid. In Birds of a Feather, Big Chill made an appearance. In Vengeance of Vilgax Part 2, Big Chill was defeated by Vilgax. In Inferno, Big Chill captured Moldywarp. In Fool's Gold, Big Chill battled Primal Deca. In Single-Handed, Big Chill, with only one hand, was in the Null Void. In Trade-Off, Big Chill and Gwen battled the Forever Knights. In Above and Beyond, Big Chill defeated Alan. In the Final Battle, Part 1, Big Chill battled Krob. In Ben 10, Alien Swarm, Big Chill battled the Nanochips. In Good Copy, Bad Copy, Negative, Big Chill battled some Forever Knights. In Duped, Big Chill was used by one of the 3 Bens to battle Urian. In Hit 'Em Where They Live, Big Chill battled Pickaxe aliens before going ultimate. Big Chill appeared again later when he was changing back to Ben. In Video Games, Big Chill tried to defeat the Stalker but failed. In Escape from McGregor, Big Chill battled Galapagos before going ultimate. Big Chill appeared again later when he was changing back to Ben. In Too Hot to Handle, Big Chill battled Pandor. In Ultimate Egregor, Big Chill goes ultimate. Big Chill appeared again later when he was changing back to Ben. In Map of Infinity, Big Chill battled some albino necrophrygians. In Deep, Big Chill chased Ultimate Egregor before going ultimate. Big Chill appeared again later when he was changing back to Ben. In Absolute Power, Part 2, Big Chill battled Ultimate Kevin. In Victor, The Spoils, Big Chill tried to keep Victor frozen and went ultimate. Big Chill appeared again later when he was changing back to Ben. In It's Not Easy Being Gwen, Big Chill battled Drive. In Nemo and His Mutant Frog. In Prisoner Number 775 is Missing, Big Chill searched through an alien prison in Area 51. In Greetings from Tekadon, Big Chill failed to get into a Tekadon ship. In the Flamekeeper's Circle, Big Chill tried to save Julie and went ultimate. Big Chill appeared again later when he was changing back to Ben. In The Mother of All Vreedles, Big Chill battled Ma Vreedle. In The Eggman Cometh, Big Chill froze the mutated reptiles. In Night of the Living Nightmare, Negative, Big Chill froze Ben, but he broke out. In Ben 10 Generator Rex, Heroes United, Big Chill appeared as one of the many aliens when Ben was explaining his story to Rex. In Ben 10 Generator Rex, Heroes United 3 times. Firstly, Big Chill escaped Providence HG. Later, he caught a flying Rex, then flew onto a skyscraper to look over Alpha. In Of Predators and Prey, Part 2, Big Chill saved Rook from Kyber's ship. In Malefactor, Big Chill battled Hypnotic. In Ben Again, Big Chill was used by 11-year-old Ben in 16-year-old Ben's body to find coordinates. In Special Delivery, in a flashback, 15-year-old Big Chill froze a DN alien, accidentally freezing Mr. Bowman's car at the same time. In Showdown, Part 1, Ben turned into Big Chill to escape Tarantula's web and freeze Zed, but was hypnotized by Hypnotic 3 times. In Tummy Trouble, Big Chill battled some Incrasines. In The Frogs of War, Part 1, Big Chill froze Milius. In The Ultimate Heist, Big Chill tried to get out of a plumber prison but failed. Later, he escaped from Blukik and Dryba. In Something Zombozo This Way Comes, Big Chill was used to freeze the zombie clowns in their place. In Let's Do the Time War Again, Big Chill froze Exo Skull and Subdora. In A New Dawn, Big Chill appeared for a short time when Ben was cycling through his aliens. In The Ultimate Heist, Negative, Big Chill battled Inspector 13. Big Chill's design resembles the altered and more famous interpretation of Mothman. Big Chill's hologram in Alien Force and Ultimate Alien alternates between his robed form and unrobed form. When asked if Big Chill is female, Dwayne McDuffie replied, "Sort of." Big Chill is a playable character in Cartoon Network's game TKO. His special moves are the Cold Rush and the Chill Out. His super move is the Ice Quake. His alternate color, when the players choose the same characters, is a darker blue, purple. In the Cartoon Network game TKO, Big Chill is missing his wings, but Ultimate Big Chill has his. Big Chill is the only alien in the opening of Alien Force with their alien hologram shown next to them. Big Chill is the first alien to appear whose mouth does not move when he speaks. Big Chill has many similarities from D.C. Nation's Blue Beetle. Be sure to like and subscribe or you're a racist. This is 9,857 words.